Hey, it's Ashley from Westcott, and today I'm going to be going over a lighting breakdown from 3 separate looks from a recent floral-inspired shoot. So before I get started, if you're new to our channel, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on bell notifications. That way you can be the first to know when we post new videos. On the day of the shoot, my model was bringing several looks that she wanted photographed. One of those looks was a floral headpiece that had this matching vintage dress. So both the headpiece and the dress had a lot of pinks, greens, and yellow tones in them. So I decided I wanted to play with the analogous tones of the styling and use a pink backdrop throughout the shoot. And for those who don't know what analogous color is, it's 3 colors that are next to each other on a color wheel, and often using these in photography can give you a great, rich, monochromatic look. For this shoot, I chose to use Westcott's FJ200 strobe. These lights are great for going on location due to the light and compact design, but I also love using them in studio for the exact same reasons. For this shoot, I knew I was going to be working very fast and wanted a light that could easily be moved around. That way I could easily change my lighting setups in between shots. For the first look, my goal was for a super soft, almost painterly look. So I started out by grabbing a silver 7-foot umbrella, and this provided me a very soft and large light source. So I wanted to use a silver umbrella not only to add some specularity to my highlights, but also to maximize the output of my strobe. Since I was going for a very soft look, I chose to add an additional diffusion fabric to the front of my umbrella. I then placed my light to the right of my subject and made sure to feather the light so I get a nice soft gradient to the light and fill in any dark shadows. I took a few test shots and quickly noticed that I was losing a lot of details in my model's back. So I simply added another FJ200 and this time modified it with a Rapid Box 1x3 strip, just to add a little bit of edge light. After I got my shot, I decided to flip my setup and photograph my model from the other side. This allowed me to get another angle on my subject while keeping the length similar. For the next shot, our goal was to get a beauty headshot. So with this in mind, I decided I want my lighting to be very evenly lit across my model's face. So I knew I wanted to have a smaller light source than my 7-foot umbrella. That way my light will have more contrast and also be a harder light source. So I changed out my 7-foot umbrella for a smaller 43-inch deep silver umbrella. So this deep umbrella design actually gives me a lot more control when compared to a traditional umbrella. Since I'm able to place my light in different spots within the umbrella shaft, it allows me to change my beam angle. I then added a diffusion cover to the front of my umbrella to help diffuse the light and add additional softness. Since I wanted my light evenly across my model's face, I moved my light straight in front of my subject and angled it down. This is what is often called as a butterfly position. I also decided to keep my 1x3 strip bank that I used in my previous shot. That way I have a little bit of an edge light. Lastly, I wanted to fill in any shadows that are being caused by the hat, so I added an EYELIGHTER reflector. Not only did this fill in the shadows from the hat, but also under her chin, and added a curved highlight to my subject's eyes. For the final shot, I wanted to go for more of an editorial look, so I changed up my styling a bit by adding a different headpiece and adding some pink gloves, giving my model more of a fashion editorial look. I then placed a table in front of my subject and covered it with the same colored paper that I was using for the background. This is actually one of my favorite setups to do when working with paper backgrounds, since it allows my subject to pose more naturally, and you can actually get a lot of variety of poses out of this. For this look, I knew I was going to want a brighter pink backdrop than what I was getting previously. So to fix this, I simply just moved my model and the table closer to the backdrop. That way my light would also light up the backdrop and my subject. When doing this, make sure not to place your subject too close to the backdrop that the shadow will become defined, since this can often be distracting unless it's a look you're going for. In this case, I wanted just a little bit of a shadow to hit the background. This will add some separation from the background and the table since they're the same color pink. I wanted to use a single light setup, that way I'd keep my lighting clean and simple. I knew with having the table in front of my model, she would have a wide range of poses, and I wanted to make sure there was a light source that was directional, but still flattering despite which direction she was facing. So with this in mind, I placed my light slightly off to the side, and decided to keep the same modifier that I had used in the previous shot. The 43-inch deep silver umbrella with diffusion fabric was a perfect choice for this look. Since it has a larger light spread, it allows me to light a larger area for my model to work in, while also lighting the background and my subject evenly. Westcott's deep silver umbrellas are quickly becoming one of my favorite modifiers to use because of its versatility. I can either take the diffusion cover off and have a specular light source with the silver umbrella, or by simply adding the diffusion cover, get a soft light source, allowing me to get two different looks out of the same modifier. So which of these three setups was your favorite? Let me know in the comments below, and thank you for watching.